Yep, they're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Let's go. Let's do it. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch 36. For the 50. Don't get nervous.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Rodgers now to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15 inside the 5. Superb.
Go. Ready?
On first and 10, here's Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that, and we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That's it, baby. We got one. At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Lazard. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
That's got to be a long jump. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
From the gun, Rodgers throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 26 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Wentz. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the first quarter.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Packers 7.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
74. Mike 42.
Throwing is Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jack. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. shotgun now for Rodgers. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Hey, red flag 2, I'm here.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Za'Darius Smith, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz now to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mike 42.
Hey, 37. Get it together, defense. Hey, exit.
42's Mike. 42's Mike. Hey, 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 hey. Shift. Watch the shift. Kill, kill, kill.
Go, go.
Kill, kill. Switch, switch.
Switch it. Switch it.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Smooth.
50, Mike's 50. Come on, D. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Let's find 7.
Yo. Mike's 50.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Great 57.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All day, defense, all day.
Great.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Two jet. Hey, Delta.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. It's coming this way. Here we go. Check 9. Kill.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He sets to fire deep. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
That's taken at around the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Blue 58.
Check 53, Mike. All day, every day.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Cat 300. Hey, box truck.
Rodgers going to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Tighten up. Mike 42, check. Mike 42. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, Mike's 42.
Throwing now is Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Running right, Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the 40 now on second down. Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go. 180.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Man 5-7.
On third and long, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
82.
50's the mic. 50's the
Wentz going to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. On first down, Wentz flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep for Jim. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Second turn, defense, let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Rodgers. Operating from the gun. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
At the 41-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
He's coming. Double up. Double Mike. He's coming. Double up. Check 24. Check 24. Green Agent up.
26. Hey, high 7.
Hey, watch the slant.
Green Agent up.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Army.
Yeah, live. Shoot.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Look at the aim.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that top deep.
Wipe up.
Rodgers now to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Who that? Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Keep playing.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Blue 58. Don't say nothing.
Liz. Hey, Echo. Over.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. The 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers.
Oh, damn!